presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. Last week, after conquering the Hawkmen with a magic torpedo, Flash Gordon was puzzled by the fact that Zarkov, running out to meet him with upraised hand, had called him friend. Queen Azura assured Flash that it had been a trick to disconcert him. Then she ordered Towel to remove the frozen prisoners to the palace and to take good care of Zarkov, particularly. Towel did as he was ordered. When Dr. Zarkov was brought back to life, he asked for Flash. And Towel told him Flash was under the spell of the Queen's drug of forgetfulness. Then Dr. Zarkov was taken to the kitchen, where he was reunited with Dale Arden, whom he comforted by his promise to use his scientific powers to aid them all. Stung by the lashes of the electric whip, Zarkov saw an opportunity for revenge and escape. The Queen's cooks were roasting the meat between two flaming electrodes. So Zarkov, getting Dale to attract their attention, jumped on a platform and turned the flaming rays of an electrode on the cooks and guards and ordered them to stand back. These thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the big full-page Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The big full-page Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Now we continue the story. Dr. Zarkov, standing on the platform in the kitchen, the flaming ray of an electrode aimed at the chief cook and guard, is calling,
"Stand back! If you take another step towards Dale Arden, I'll burn you to a crisp. Take their swords away from them, Dale."
I've got the swords, Dr. Zarkov.
Good. Now take away those electric whips.
I have the whip.
Can you find the keys to your monocle?
I'll see.
Stand still, you two, or I'll roast you like this carcass of meat beside me. Can you find the keys, Dale?
Yes, I've got the keys.
Undo your monocle. Now chain those two together. Around that post.
There, I have them chained. Now what shall I do?
Now we shall... Listen. What is that?
They're bringing Khan in from his cell.
Where will he be stationed for his work?
Right over there.
Splendid. Come down this way, Dale, under the ray of the electrodes. They won't notice me standing behind this machine. I will wait until they have stationed Khan, and then I will get the drop on them with the ray.
Oh, I'm so glad you came. We never would have done anything without you, Dr. Zarkov.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you. Appreciation always makes a thing worthwhile. Listen, you two. Not a word out of you. And drop to the floor. Do you hear? Drop to the floor. Ah, that's it. Quiet now. Everybody.
Off. Prisoner, step over here. You will be chained to your station as usual. Now, prisoner, stir that soup.
Stand back from him, you dogs.
Prince Zarkov.
I am glad to see you, Captain Khan.
Not as glad as I am to see you.
Stand back there, you men. I have this electrode trained on you. One move out of you other than I direct, and I will fix you so the Queen herself would not know you from this carcass here.
Oh, isn't this wonderful, Khan?
Indeed it is, Princess.
One of you men release Captain Khan. At once. Do you hear at once, or I'll turn this ray up.
That's got him, Prince Zarkov. Just wait until these manacles get off. Oh. There. Now. Oh, but it feels good to have those things off. Now, what can I do, Prince Zarkov?
Chain those guards up like the others.
The others? Oh, I didn't see them lying over there. How did you capture them?
The same way he did these.
And then they'll chain them, just like you are going to chain those lads there.
Good work, Princess. You're a brave girl. Here, you. Hold still. There. All right. You're next. Come on, put your hands behind your back.
I'm sure you do a good job, Khan.
After what these boys have done to me, that warning is hardly necessary, Princess. All right, you. You're next.
Well, I don't know.
Here, hold still. Hold still, I said.
What is the trouble, Captain Khan? Won't he mind you? Just step back from him a little. I will give him a taste of his flaming ray.
No, turn that thing away. I'll put my hands behind my back. Thanks, Prince Zarkov. But I think one good poke in his jaw from me, and he'd have behaved. That's what you'll get if you give me any trouble, you over there.
That is right. Do not let them try anything with you.
All right. Now I'll take you.
Oh, you've decided to use your head and put your hands behind your back, eh? That's good. It certainly makes it easier for both of us. There. Now, you're safe for a while.
Good. Now we are in control of the kitchen.
Let's take over the rest of the palace.
Yes, then we can escape.
Children. I see how fortunate it is that I was brought here. That would not do at all. Never do what you can get someone else to do for you.
Why, what do you mean?
We shall get control of the palace, all right. In fact, we shall have control of the whole land.
How wonderful.
But we must proceed to do one thing at a time.
Well, then, what's next?
Charles said Flash was under the spell of the Queen's drug of forgetfulness.
He did? And we were right all the time, Princess.
Yes, Count.
So you knew that, eh?
Yes.
Then why did you not find out how it was being given to him, eh?
I did try, Prince Zarkov.
How?
I watched every morsel of food that was sent to him. It was taken from the same pans and kettles as Queen Azura's food.
Well?
And nothing was put in it, here in the kitchen.
I apologize, Captain Khan. You are not wasting your time. Well, then, if the drug was not put in the food before it left the kitchen, when was it put in?
Well, Dale served the food to Flash.
Well, what did you see when you served the food, Dale?
Both the Queen and Flash took portions of the same dishes as I passed them around. I never saw her make a motion towards them after she helped herself.
And the drug could not have been put in the food.
Guard!
Prince Zarkov, here comes Tal.
Guard!
He is just the man we want to see.
Guard! Where are... Why, what are you doing chained like this?
Just what you will be doing if you cause us any trouble, Tal.
Oh, the prisoner. Stop. Take your hands off me.
All right. I have him securely held, Prince Zarkov.
Zarkov.
Yes, that is my name. Does it mean anything to you?
Yes, you are the great scientist, the wizard of the Earth people.
That is true.
Yes, that's who Dr. Zarkov is.
Now I understand the Queen's orders.
What were her orders?
You were to be revived with particular care.
Why, may I ask?
I see it all now. Azura appointed Flash Gordon over me as commander-in-chief of all the armies. Now she wants you carefully preserved. A fool that I am. Why couldn't I see it before?
What is he talking about? Does anybody know?
I'm sure I don't know, Princess.
Nor I. What are you talking about, Tal?
Azura plans to get rid of me. She's planning on having you to replace me.
What?
She's tired of me. She wants new faces around her. She'd give me the drug of forgetfulness if it wasn't that I am the only one who can make it for her. That's the only thing that prevents her from doing away with me.
There will be just one thing that will prevent us from doing away with you, Tal.
What's that?
You're telling us how Azura gives Flash the drug of forgetfulness.
Yes, you'd like to know that, wouldn't you?
We would.
Yes, of course, to be sure.
And what is more, we mean to find out.
Paul knows more than he will admit. Maybe he carries the drug on him.
That is an idea worth considering. Thank you, Dale.
Come and search him, Prince Zarkov.
Search if you like.
Certainly we shall search. Nothing. He has nothing on him. What is?
His sword. I think we can use it to better advantage than he can.
Tal, a while ago you pressed the point of this against my chest while I asked you questions about Flash.
Well...
One move and you would have run it through me. You said so.
And so I should...
Now I press it against your chest while I ask another question. And a wrong answer, or no answer at all, and I will drive it through you like a tailor's needle through a patch of cloth.
And if his hand falters, mine will finish the job with the greatest of pleasure. Remember that, wizard.
What do you wish to know?
Tell me, how does Azura give Flash the drug of forgetfulness? Well?
Remember what I said, Tal.
She puts the drug in his Zarkov.
Zarkov?
His wine. That's why she keeps calling for it and proposing toasts and offering it to him as refreshment.
Why, of course.
Is that true, Tal?
Yes, every day she gives it to him in a special two-handle flagon.
This?
Yes, that is the one. It has some lithium in it now.
Hey, that is the one you took to Azura by Tal's order, soon after they brought me here.
Yes.
So that is how Flash has been given the drug.
Oh, I've been giving it to him myself.
Yes, you have been drugging your own sweetheart and keeping him from recognizing you.
Will Flash ever forgive me?
Why, of course, Princess. You didn't know you were giving him the drug.
I'll never take any more in.
Oh, yes, you will.
What?
Just once more.
That night, when the eyes of the dragon flash, the signal that Queen Azura wishes more Vaco brought in, Dale takes in the tray with the same 2 flagons as before.
Ah, here comes the Vaco, my prince. And the slave girl is more prompt than usual.
So she is, my queen. I'm glad of it. My throat's dry.
Help yourself, Flash. The 2-handled flagon is yours, you know.
Yes, I'll get it, Azura. Thanks.
No, wait.
Eh?
What is the meaning of this presumption, slave? Flash, Azura has drugged your Vaco. You lie, slave.
What are you saying, girl?
In that 2-handled flagon is lithium, the drug of forgetfulness. Oh, pay no attention to the girl, Flash. She must be mad. Don't touch that flagon. Every time you have emptied it, Flash, you have renewed this wicked queen's power over you. She has caused you to forget who I am, who you are. Flash, don't listen to her. I'll have her drawn and quartered for this. Oh, God! It won't do you any good to call for your guards, Azura. They won't answer you. Flash, tell me you don't believe what this slave is saying.
Well, it seems hard to believe.
It is a lie. A lie. Here, Flash. Take this flagon. If she has not drugged it, then let her drink from it.
Yes. Here, Azura. Drink this and prove that the slave girl is wrong.
Flash, you don't believe me, and I thought you loved me. Don't listen to her, Flash. Words mean nothing. Get her to drink from the flagon.
Of course she'll drink from it. Won't you, Azura? Here.
No, I will not touch your drink.
What?
There, you see? She won't drink it. It's drugged, just as I told you.
I prowl. Azura, I believe you did drug my drink. We'll soon find out. Now, swallow this.
No.
Come on, swallow it.
Oh, I can't remember anything. Where am I? What happened? Who am I? Who am I?
So it's true, Dale.
Yes, Flash, darling. He's been drugging you.
Your Flash. What? The man who called me friend. Sarg says this medicine should bring back your memory. If you have not been under the influence of the lithium too long, drink this.
Quickly, Flash.
Yes, quickly, Flash. Drink.
Has Flash been under the influence of the Queen's magic drug too long? What will happen now? Are you following the picture version of these thrilling adventures in the big full-page comic weekly, which is distributed with your Hearst Sunday newspaper? In order to completely enjoy the radio program, you should know what Flash Gordon and Dale Arden look like. And Paul, Dr. Zarkov, Queen Azura, Khan, and all the other amazing characters who appear in the series. You will find them all vividly portrayed in full-colored action pictures each Sunday in the big Comic Weekly, and only in the Comic Weekly. The world's foremost collection of humor and adventure is now published in full-page sizes, not a tabloid, and is just crammed full of the funniest merrymakers and the most daring adventurers in the world of pictures. So be sure that you get the big full-page Comic Weekly next Sunday with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Get acquainted with all the characters and be ready next week at the same time for another chapter in the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. Presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. Last week, Dr. Zarkov, after freeing Dale and Khan, captured the cooks and guards in the kitchens of Queen Azura, and also took prisoner Tall, her chief magician. From Tall, Zarkov learned that Flash was being drugged by lithium in his wine. When Azura called for more wine, Dale warned Flash that his wine was drugged. Flash, his suspicions aroused, asked Azura to drink his potion, and when she refused, he forced her to swallow the drugged wine which had been served to him. Immediately, the wicked witch queen lost her memory and was unable to remember who she was. In the meantime, Zarkov had learned from Tall what chemical would serve as an antidote for the lithium. He hurried to Flash with a prescribed amount, which, unless Flash had been drugged for too long a time, ought to bring back his memory. And both Zarkov and Dale urged Flash to drink the lithium antidote and see what effect it would have. These thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the big full-page Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The big full-page Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Now we continue the story. Flash is standing with the cup of lithium antidote raised to his lips. He is undecided as to whether or not he should drink it. Dale again urges him to...
Drink it, Flash, darling.
Yes, quickly, my lad, drink.
Very well. I'm Dale, my sweetheart,
Yes, Flash.
and Zarkov, my friend.
Now and always, son.
He remembers Dr. Zarkov.
Yes, Dale.
He didn't have too much lithium.
I remember. Lithium? What are you talking about? Why, where are we? How did we get here?
We are in the palace of Azura, queen of the blue magic men. You and Dale were captured while reconnoitering. Then Azura kept you drugged with lithium, so you would not remember any of the past.
Good heavens. How long was I like that?
4 weeks. So long that we were afraid that the lithium antidote you just drank might have no power to bring back your memory.
It sounds as though you were telling me about some other fellow. And I really didn't recognize you, either of you.
No. You called me girl.
I didn't, Dale.
And when I came from Vultan's kingdom to rescue you, you threw some kind of paralyzing bomb at me and took me prisoner.
You must have thought I was either crazy or a turned traitor, Dr. Zarkov.
Well, to tell you the truth, I was worried about you, lad.
Well, I'm all right now, thanks to you.
And Dale.
Well, that goes without saying. You know that I'm grateful to you for sticking by me, don't you, darling?
Of course, Flash.
Well, old friend, what's to be done now?
While you were still under the influence of the lithium, you forced the queen to drink some of it also. Now she is in the same state you were.
Oh, I say, that's awful. What can we do about it?
Awful? You do not understand, my boy. That is good. With Azura drugged, we can take command of the whole kingdom.
But I have my own kingdom yet to conquer. What do I want with this one?
You must take everything in your stride, Flash. You conquered the cavemen and the lizard men, remember? Now you must subdue these blue magic men.
Very well. I'll proclaim myself king. But I'll let this witch queen run the land for me. What's her name?
Don't you remember, Flash?
No, remember? Why, I've never heard it.
Her name is Azura.
Azura. Where is she?
In there, through that curtained arch.
I'll just go in and tell her how things stand. I'll be right back.
Hurry back, Flash.
I will.
Who is it? Oh. Who are you, fair-haired youth?
You don't remember me, eh?
I never saw you before in my life. And as for remembering, why, I cannot even remember who I am. Oh, what shall I do?
Listen to me. I'll tell you who you are. You're Azura.
Azura? That's a pretty name. Who are you?
I'm Flash Gordon.
Flash? Flash Gordon. You are very handsome, Flash Gordon.
Don't try to get personal, Azura.
You are rude as well as handsome.
Never mind that. I'm here on business.
Business? What do you mean?
I'm king here.
Oh, forgive me, Your Majesty. I did not know.
That's all right, Azura. I'm your king, but you are going to rule this land.
I, Your Majesty?
Yes, under my orders.
You honor me, Your Majesty. What does my king wish me to do?
First, call out the entire army so that I may review it.
At once, Your Majesty. Oh, God.
Your Majesty.
Summon the entire army to pass in review before King Flash.
Can I review my troops from that balcony yonder, Azura?
I'll see, Your Majesty. Oh, yes, Your Majesty. You can review them from here.
Good. I'll be right there in a moment. Zarkov,
Yes, Flash. What is it?
I've told Azura who I am and that she is to obey my orders. She has just sent word for her entire army to pass in review before me.
Good. That will give us a fine idea of the forces under your command.
Go in there and keep an eye on that woman. I don't trust her.
At once, Flash.
Well, Flash, now that you've got an army to take your interest, I guess you don't need me.
Eh? What's that?
I said you don't need me now that you've got an army to take your interest.
Why, that's not true, Dale. Armies, kingdoms, they mean nothing to me as far as you're concerned.
Are you sure, Flash?
Why, of course I am. Why do you think I'm conquering this kingdom? For you, sweetheart.
For me?
Certainly. Have you forgotten that I love you, Dale?
I thought you had forgotten.
Dale, how can you say that?
You called me girl and treated me as a slave in front of Azura.
I couldn't help that. Dale, I didn't beat you or hurt you, did I?
No. I must admit you tried your best to protect me from the wicked queen's punishment.
Oh, thank heaven. I was afraid I might have hurt you.
Oh, you hurt me, all right.
What?
Every time I saw you with her, you hurt me terribly.
Come now. What could make you jealous, Dale?
The way you acted.
The way I acted? Well, how did I act?
You kissed her hands and told her you loved her and would die for her. And lots more.
I did?
Yes.
Well, I don't remember it.
Flash, are you accusing me of lying?
Of course not, sweetheart. I only said I don't remember it. I was drugged. You heard Zarkov tell me I was.
Yes, I know. And I was the one who gave it to you.
You gave it to me. And yet you blame me for what I did while under its influence?
Oh, I didn't know I was giving it to you.
You didn't know
Not until we captured Tal and made him tell us how you were being drugged.
Tal? Who's Tal?
Azura's chief magician.
Oh. Well, let's all forget what happened in those days of darkness. I have.
I wish I could, Flash.
You can, and you must, dearest. If you don't, things can never be the same for us.
I can't quite forgive the way you acted about that woman.
Now, don't be like that, Dale. I didn't love her, no matter what I said. She tricked me.
Flash, Dale, the army is ready to be reviewed. Come.
Coming, Zarkov. Let's not talk like this anymore, Dale. Too near quarreling. I don't like it.
Neither do I, but...
Come, Dale. Let's go and inspect the army.
They're all lined up, Flash. I'm waiting for the order to pass in review.
Give the order, Azura.
At once, Your Majesty. Salute your ruler, King Flash. Is this your queen, Your Majesty?
Yes, that is. She will be soon.
She is very beautiful.
Look, Flash, the First Legion is wheeling and starting this way.
What is the name of this legion?
I do not know. Guard, tell His Majesty what legion this is.
The advance guard, Your Majesty. Oh, what a splendid company. And those coming next, what are they? Light magic artillery, Your Majesty. But what are those tremendous objects being pulled by the next legion?
I do not know what you call them, but I do know that they are death to Hawkmen.
Those are the combustion ray machines. They eject flames, Your Majesty. And this company? Stone Formation Legion, Your Majesty. And the ones with cloaks? The Invisibility Legion, Your Majesty. And the Peculiar Shield? The Transparent Wall Legion, Your Majesty. And those machines coming now? The Salvo Gun Legion, Your Majesty.
And still they come, legion after legion.
Wonderful. I have never seen such an army.
Well, guard, have you forgotten the regulations requiring you to salute a general?
I'm sorry, General Tall.
Sorry.
You'd better wait a little while before going up there.
Wait, why? Wait for what?
The enemy are on the balcony with Queen Azura. They're reviewing the troops.
Reviewing the troops, are they? What right have they to be doing that?
The Queen herself gave the order, General.
Oh, she did, eh? Why didn't somebody send for me? You wouldn't have let the enemy have this chance to size up our army if I'd been here.
It was all done so quickly, General.
Ah,
None of us had time to do anything.
indeed. Well, they can't get away with it. I'll fix them. They're all on the balcony, you say?
Yes, General.
Yes, in what order are they standing on the balcony?
I'll see.
Well,
He whom they call King Flash, standing in the very center, behind the royal insignia.
And the queen?
He's at his left.
That's the old man with the beard and the girl.
Yes, they're standing at the right of him.
And Flash Gordon is standing directly in the center, eh? And I can do it. By Tau, I can do it.
What, General?
Save the Queen and Blue Magic Land from the hands of these ex-prisoners.
How will you do it, General?
You stand here. See that no one gets behind me. I will go up these stairs, drive this sword through Flash's back, and in the confusion, run down this way and call the guards.
Hope you succeed, General Tall. Good luck.
Hold your tongue. Just see to it that I'm not cut off when I start to run back this way.
Flash, behind you. Look out.
Death to the invader.
Why, you? Have me in the back, will you? Never. You.
My sword.
And now, whoever you are, over the side of the balcony you go. Come here.
That was Paul. You may have killed him.
He seems to be moving down there. Guard, see that he's carried away and his wounds dressed.
No, Flash, you are making a mistake. Kill him or lock him up. I warn you, he is a troublemaker.
Is Tall dead, or will he recover and continue plotting to free his Queen Azura and keep the Blue Magic Land from being ruled by Flash Gordon? See for yourself in full-color action pictures these amazing adventures next Sunday in the big full-page comic weekly, which is distributed with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Besides Flash Gordon, you will want to see many other pictures of fun and adventure, which are brought to you exclusively each Sunday by the Comic Weekly, bringing up Father, the Captain Yammer Kid, Toots and Casper, the Little King, Skippy, and many, many others. The Comic Weekly entertains as no other picture magazine because the Comic Weekly brings to you exclusively the work of the world's foremost artists in humor and adventure. So be sure to get the big full-page Comic Weekly next Sunday with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And don't forget our date next week for another episode in the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. Presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. Last week, Flash Gordon's memory was restored by the lithium antidote administered by Dr. Zarkov. Then the doctor and Dale Arden told Flash all that had happened while he was under the spell of the wicked Queen's drug. Zarkov persuaded him that he must take over the Blue Magic Land just as he took over the other kingdoms. So Flash went in to see Azura, who, under the spell of her own drug of forgetfulness, failed to recognize him. Azura accepted Flash's claim that he was king, and at his request, ordered the entire army of the Blue Magic Men to pass in review before him. While the review was in progress, General Tall sneaked to the balcony on which Flash, Dale, Zarkov, and Azura were standing, and attempted to plunge his sword into Flash's back. But Dale spied Tall just as he drew his sword and gave the alarm, and Flash whirled in time to parry the blow and gave battle. In the duel, Flash knocked Tall's sword from his hand. Then he threw him over the balcony rail onto the parade ground below. When Flash saw that Tall was still alive after his fall, he ordered him carried away and his wounds dressed. Dr. Zarkov then warned Flash that he should have killed Tall. These thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the big full-page Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The full-page Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Now we continue the story. When the Blue Magic soldiers see General Tall hurled among them, they stop marching and begin to voice their anger. Dr. Zarkov senses a crisis.
You should not have done that, lad. If we do not have a rebellion on our hands, we will be lucky. Listen to those angry soldiers.
You're right, Zarkov. I should have stopped to realize what throwing that fellow off here would do. There's no voicing regret. We must act and act at once.
Flash, darling, what are you going to do?
Azura, raise your hands and get the attention of the soldiers. You can quiet them down and then explain the situation to them.
As you command, my king. Azora's getting them quiet. That was a great idea, Flash. What shall I say to them, my king?
Tell them that fellow made a cowardly attack on their king.
What is the fellow's name? I never saw him before in my life.
His name is Tal.
Soldiers! That man, Saul, made a cowardly attack on your king.
Let that be a lesson to anyone who may try to follow his example.
Let that be a lesson to any who may try to follow his example.
All I ask is their loyalty, and they will find me a just and kind ruler.
All His Majesty asks is your loyalty, and you will find him a just and kind ruler.
Dismiss the review.
Dismiss the review.
Neatly done, lad. What diplomacy. That was a stroke of genius.
Yes, Flash. It was wonderful the way you averted trouble.
It was a lucky thought, friend. And I think we should take good care of this little lady. She may be able to serve us in other emergencies.
The very thing.
Dale! Prince Zarkov! Are you all right?
That sounds like Khan. Why, so it is. Greetings, Khan, my friend.
Oh, Your Majesty. You recognize me?
Flash Gordon is himself again, Captain Khan.
Thanks be to Tall. I knew all along that this Azura was...
Azura is in the same unfortunate state I was in, Khan. She happened to get hold of a flagon of the drug Zarkov.
You mean, Your Majesty, that she...
Exactly, Captain Khan, and now Azura's memory is gone.
There is justice after all, then. That's the best thing I've heard outside of your recovery, Your Majesty.
Thank you, Khan. I have an assignment of duty which I think you may enjoy. Yes? You are to guard Azura for us. See that no one gets within speaking distance of us.
They will get to her only over my dead body, Your Majesty.
I'm sure of that, my friend. That's why I put her in your custody.
May I take her to the kitchens and let her stir soup, Your Majesty?
Why do you ask that?
I know, Flash. Khan wishes to give her a taste of what we've been through.
You were both made to do that?
Yes, Your Majesty. And Princess Dale was chained to the stove.
I'll remember that in case Azura disobeys my orders. But for the present, let her have the freedom of her quarters under your watchful eye, Khan.
Yes, Your Majesty. Come with me, Azura.
Your Majesty, I thought I was to rule this land.
You are, under my orders. My first one is that you obey me in all things. Go to your quarters.
As my king commands. Come, guard. I can't stand that woman around, Flash. I'm glad you sent her away.
Now, Dale, really.
I'm sorry, but I can't help feeling that way. What are we going to do now?
Look the palace over. Zarkov, you take the west wing.
Very well.
Dale and I will take the east wing. Let us find the throne room.
Oh, the throne room. Yes, let's. I'm dying to see that. All I've seen are the kitchens and Azora's private dining room.
The palace is yours, Dale. But until we have everything completely under control, I wouldn't get too far away from Zarkov or Khan or me.
I won't. Don't worry.
May I make a suggestion?
Of course, what is it?
We are absolutely without any means of protecting ourselves except by our swords. Let us search for some means of defense as we look for the throne room.
A most excellent suggestion. Zarkov, I don't know what I'd do without you. By all means, let us collect weapons for our protection. On with the search.
And so our friends inspect the palace of Queen Azura. They are tempted to stop in almost every room they enter because of the beauty of the hangings and furnishings. But the object of their search leads them on, and finally Flash and Dale are rewarded when they push aside two massive metal doors.
Just a little further, Dale. Now, push.
There, we've got them open.
Flash, this is it. This is the Queen's throne room.
Oh, it is. There's the throne down there. How hollow it sounds in here.
That's because the room is so huge and empty. See? There's nothing in here but the throne at the top of those marble steps.
Plainer than I thought it would be. Just the blue magic insignia, 3 triangles on the black velvet drape, and a plain marble throne.
It's plain, but it's majestic and terribly impressive. And it seems so far away. There's no place for me to sit with you.
You shall sit at my feet on the very top step, sweetheart. Come, I'll show you.
Oh, you've sat in the throne without any speech or ceremony or anything.
This is just a rehearsal, Dale. Maybe I'll make a speech later. Sit down there, dear. There, that's it.
I hope your majesty will forgive my mentioning it, but this marble step isn't any too soft to sit on.
When we hold court, you'll have cushions galore, Dale. We're just getting our stage positions. The scenery and costumes will come later.
I hope so.
Well, you don't sound very confident.
Well, we didn't find any weapons, Flash.
No.
I hope Dr. Zarkov had better luck.
Yes, our position would be more assured if we had found some means of defense. I wonder where Azura keeps her ammunition.
Personal or military?
Dale.
Sorry, Flash. I just happen to think she's probably vamping Khan right this minute.
I doubt it.
Oh, I don't think she's succeeding, but I'm sure she's trying.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if she were trying myself.
That black and white square design in the floor is attractive, don't you think, Flash?
Yes.
But I do hope they have a big crimson carpet that reaches from the throne to the door for state occasions.
Flash, Dale.
Zarkov. In here, Dr. Zarkov. Here we are.
I see you have found the throne room.
Got someone with him. Who is it?
I don't know. I never saw him around here before.
Yes, we found the throne room, Zarkov. But that's all we found.
I found this man and these globes came flashing.
Just flash to you, Zarkov, old friend. What have you there?
This is groundkeeper Azura's paralyzing gas globes.
Your Majesty, what are the globes for?
Explain them, Grum.
The fumes from these globes, when broken, will instantly paralyze anyone within range, Your Majesty. If they strike anyone in exploding, they will die on the spot. Very interesting, Grum. You may go. Now leave those globes here. Good work, Dr. Zarkov. Now we are able to defend ourselves. It's been a strenuous day. Let us retire to our quarters. Tomorrow, we will take over the kingdom by force.
A short time later in the officers' quarters, General Tall is discussing something.
If it hadn't been for that girl, Dale Arden, I'd have killed that ex-prisoner who styles himself king.
That's true, General Tall.
You say Queen Azura announced to the army that I made a cowardly attack.
Yes, General. She said this self-made king was only defending himself, as any of us would have done. Didn't she, comrade?
That's right, comrade.
They must have given her some of that lithium.
You think Queen Azura is drugged?
She must be to make statements like that. We must rescue her, restore her memory, and put her back in power.
Yes, General.
Then we'll recapture these fancy prisoners who are playing kings for the day. And this time, I'll make a good job of that Flash Gordon.
We'll help you, General Tall. You can count on us. Can't he, comrade?
Yes, General, you can count on us.
And we'll get some others who'll rebel with us.
Good. That's spoken like true blue magic men.
General Tao. General Tao.
Yeah, who's that?
It's Grum.
Grum. Well, what is it?
General Tao.
Yes.
The enemy has got some of the gas globes.
Not all of them. Grum, they didn't get all of them.
No, sire, only about a dozen. I smuggled out some of the gas masks. Here they are.
Excellent, excellent. You will be rewarded for this, Grum.
Thank you, General Tao. I did it for my country and my queen.
Find Azura, and we'll attack the enemy.
Grum searches the palace in his attempt to find Azura. He tries door after door. Finally, he sees a light shining through a grilled, transparent door. He looks in and finds...
God, why do you stand there with that gun in your hand?
I have my orders to keep my eye on you, Azura.
What have I done? Why am I a prisoner?
You aren't a prisoner, Azura. I'm only protecting you.
Well, if you're a bodyguard, why can't you relax? Come and sit down here beside me.
Oh, no.
Why not? Are you afraid of me?
Listen, Azura. I'm afraid of no one, man or woman. I simply am not interested. If there is nothing I can do for your comfort, I'll go outside and stand guard in the hall.
Oh, very well. Bring me some vodka.
I'll get some and be right back. Here, you.
Why,
What are you doing here?
I was just seeing if Azura was well guarded.
She is. I'm here. Now, get out. And stay out.
Certainly. Certainly.
Late that night, the masked rebels are led by Grum to Azura's quarters. From their position on top of a high wall,
Blow some of the sleep gas on the enemy guards.
At once, General Tao.
That's taken care of them. Now, where is Azura?
Right this way, General. There, see? There's the guard who ordered me away. He's asleep across Azura's doorway.
Give him a shot of the gas, Grum.
With pleasure.
Now, let's get Azura.
Look, there she is, asleep.
I'll awaken her. Azura. Azura.
She doesn't move. Is she?
No, she's not dead. She's breathing all right. She may be exhausted and sleeping soundly.
But, General Tao, they may have drugged her so she wouldn't be able to escape.
No matter. Asleep or drugged, carry the Queen to safety. Then on to kill Flash Gordon.
will Saul succeed in restoring Azura to the throne? And what will happen to our friends Dale, Flash, and Zarkov? Follow the picture version of these thrilling adventures in the big full-page comic weekly, which is distributed with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. In order to completely enjoy the radio program, you should know what Flash Gordon and Dale Arden look like, and Saul, Dr. Zarkov, Queen Azura, Khan, and the other amazing characters who appear in this series. You'll find them all vividly portrayed in full-colored action pictures each Sunday in the big comic weekly and only in the comic weekly. This marvelous comic weekly, the world's foremost collection of humor and adventure, is published in full-page size and is just crammed full of the funniest merrymakers and the most daring adventurers in the world of pictures. So be sure to get the big full-page comic weekly next Sunday with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And don't forget our date next week at the same time for the next chapter in the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. Last week, the soldiers of the Blue Magic Army, angered when Flash Gordon threw General Tall over the balcony, threatened a rebellion. Immediately, Flash ordered Azura to quiet the soldiers by assuring them that if the Army would pledge their loyalty, they would find him a just and kind ruler. Azura repeated his words, and the soldiers responded with a cheer. A short time later, Dr. Zarkov captured the guard in charge of the Queen's paralyzing gas flow, bringing a dozen of them with him to keep on hand as a means of defense. While this was going on, Tall plotted to release Azura and recapture the ex-prisoners. He sent Grum, chief of ordnance, to find out where the Queen was being kept and how she was being guarded. Later that night, Tall and some of the other officers, led by Grum and equipped with gas masks, overpowered the Hawkmen guards with sleep gas. Making their way to the private quarters of the Queen, they overpowered Khan, her guard, and then carried the sleeping Queen to safety. Then Tall gave the order to find Flash Gordon and kill him. These thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the big full-page Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The full-page Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Now we continue the story. Hooded with gas masks and armed with sleep gas rifles, the blue-robed figures steal silently through the halls of the palace, looking for Flash Gordon.
Well, Grum, which apartment is he in?
I'm not sure, General Tall.
Not sure. But I told you to be sure to find out where the enemy was sleeping.
I tried to, General. I followed the scientist fellow down this corridor, and he saw me and ordered me back.
Didn't you see him enter any room?
No, General Tall. He stood and waited until I left the corridor.
You're sure it was this north corridor he went down?
I'll take my oath on it, General.
Very well, let us proceed. But keep a sharp lookout for any signs of that self-styled king.
I will, General. General.
What's the matter now, Grum?
Listen. Flash Gordon and the scientist fellow are coming this way.
Quickly, men, through this archway. We'll see where they go.
I think we'd better do it soon. Do you agree with me, Zarkov?
Absolutely. You have great foresight, lad. When I have the laboratory at my disposal, I will then start to do that.
Come, men. Follow them.
There they go. In that apartment down there.
Yes. Forward, men.
What's that, General Tall?
Curses, we've set off some sort of alarm.
What shall we do?
Do? What is there to do but go on and attack Flash Gordon? Forward, men. Death to the invaders.
In the meantime, Dale Arden, wishing to make sure that Azura isn't faking a loss of memory, steals out of her room and makes her way to the Witch Queen's quarters. There she finds the door open and Khan drowsily recovering from the effects of the sleep gas.
Khan, answer me.
What?
Where is Azura?
What? Who?
Khan, what's the matter? Have they drugged you?
Sleepy. So sleepy.
Oh, Khan, why did you fall asleep and let Azura escape?
What's that? What did you say?
Khan, listen to me.
Listening.
Can you hear what I'm saying?
Yes. Hear you.
Can you understand what I'm saying?
Understand. Yes.
Khan, listen carefully. Azura is not in her room. Azura has escaped.
What?
Escaped.
No. I left her in there. Haven't left doorway all night. Who are you?
This is Dale Arden.
Princess Dale? Sleepy. Oh, excuse me. Hard to wake up.
They've done something to you. Oh, what shall I do? I remember. Exercise. Come, Khan. We're going to walk yourself awake.
Yes. Walk. Awake, huh?
Get up. Here, I'll help you. Come on. That's it. Now then, lean on me. That's right. Now walk.
Walk.
Why did you sleep so soundly? Did you have anything to drink?
No, nothing to drink.
Anything to eat?
Nothing to eat. When Azura retired, I lay down across the door. So she couldn't get by me.
Then some of those devils must have given you sleep gas.
Sleep gas? Maybe that's why I can't get awake. Oh, I've never had such a time waking up.
That's just what they must have done. And then while you were under its influence, they went in and took Azura away.
Took Azura away? What do you mean? Oh, I beg your pardon, Princess. I didn't mean to speak so sharply.
That's all right, Count. How do you feel now?
I'm almost awake now, Princess. A little foggy, but that's rapidly going away.
Good.
Now, what did you say about Azura being taken away?
I said while you were under the influence of sleep gas, they must have gone in and taken Azura away.
Oh.
I came here and found the door open and the Witch Queen gone.
Gone. And I swore to guard her with my life. I said they'd get to her only over my dead body. Oh, fool that I am.
You mustn't blame yourself, Con. It wasn't your fault. They got her only over your almost dead body, which was dead with sleep.
You're letting me down easily, Princess Dale. Thank you. But she escaped from my charge. It's up to me to find her and see that she doesn't get away again.
You ought to be able to do that, Con. They can't have taken her very far off.
True.
At least not out of the palace. They've probably put her in some other room until they can sneak outside with her.
You may be right, Princess. It sounds logical. I'd better start searching. I can't do any good here.
No, you can't. We have a saying back on Earth. It's no good locking the barn door after the horse has been stolen.
Oh, very good. I like that. But I don't think the Queen would like to be called a horse.
You're right. She wouldn't.
I'll go and look for Azura. You'd better warn King Flash and Zarkov that she's gone.
I will. But I'm sure you'll find her, Tom.
Thank you, Princess. I give you my word. I shan't stop searching until I do find her.
Inside Flash Gordon's apartment, our hero and Dr. Zarkov stand listening to the alarm bell and the pounding on the door.
Open the door!
Well, Dr. Zarkov, your detector ray alarm worked all right.
Yes, but why aren't the Hawkmen Guard responding? They should have arrived by now and captured those rebels out there.
Must be on their way. Perhaps they ran into another group of revolutionists.
Perhaps, but I do not think so. It is more than likely those men out there overpowered the guards before coming here. They stopped pounding on the door. What are they planning to do?
I don't know, but I know what I'm going to do. Open the door suddenly, Zarkov. I'll hurl this paralyzing gas globe.
The very thing, lad. Ready now. Unbolt the door. Open it.
There they are.
Now throw the globe.
Here goes. I got one of them, Zarkov.
Good.
But the gas had no effect on the other.
No wonder, didn't you see? They wear gas masks. Lad, we are in a tough spot.
The rebels pick up their dead comrade and retreat to a nearby alcove to plan their next move.
Poor Drum. It's too bad they killed him. I had great plans for him after we regained control of the kingdom.
It's to Grum we owe our queen's freedom.
Yes, he deserves a hero's funeral. See that it is given to him.
Yes, General Paul. Grum shall be buried with full military honors.
We must capture those ex-prisoners. But how are we going to be able to do it? They have those paralyzing gas globes, and they may have other weapons stored in that room.
That's right, General Paul.
Let me see. Here, you know this part of the palace. Are there any other doors leading to that apartment which we could break in while the rotation is fixed on that one?
No, General. That is the only door to the apartment.
Well, there must be a window in it. Couldn't we climb in by the window and surprise them from the back?
That is impossible, General.
Impossible? Why is it impossible?
The window opens onto a cliff with a straight drop of great distance. It ends on jagged rocks. The surface is almost smooth. It would be useless to try to climb up from the rocks. There are no footholds.
Then they cannot escape that way. Men, we have them in a trap.
What is our next move, General?
What is that door made of? Can it be broken down with a battering ram?
No, General. That is a special metal door which the Queen had built so she could make that apartment a treasury. It is of tremendous thickness.
Oh, those invaders weren't any fools when they picked it for their stronghold. But there must be some way to get at them. Why can't we let ourselves down from the roof on a scaffolding and get in through that window?
We could, but for the fact that there is a tower built over that apartment, General. There is no way to suspend a scaffold a distance from the top of the tower to the window.
Curses, why couldn't they have picked some other sweet?
I have an idea, General.
Well, what is it?
It may not be much good, but I was thinking we could capture Flash Gordon and his companions if we could cut through that door or melt it down.
The very thing. Comrade, you have solved the problem. Remind me to have you made a brigadier general tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, General Tall.
Then, get us into the double ray gun at once. We shall lay siege to that door and melt it down.
Meanwhile, as Flash Gordon and Dr. Zarkov stand wondering what the Blue Magic Rebels are up to, there comes a knock on the door.
What's this, a trick?
That's who it is.
Who's there?
Dale, let me in, Flash.
Dale? Good heavens, just a minute.
Hurry, hurry.
Come in quickly.
Oh, Flash.
Good heavens, Dale. I thought you were in your room back there, sound asleep.
No, But never mind that. Zora has been set free.
What are you saying?
Set free? Why, I told Khan to
It
guard her
wasn't
with...
his fault. They gave him sleep gas or something, and then went in and carried Azora away. I found Khan just recovering.
Well, where is he now?
He's searching for Azora. I said I'd come and tell you.
Come on, Zarkov. We'll have to look for her, too.
And we can see what's happened to our Hawkmen guard.
Look out, Flash.
The rebels are returning.
Shut that door, lad, quickly.
What were those men carrying?
I don't know. Some sort of a machine gun. But this is a specially constructed door. They'll never be able to break it down. Now, don't you worry, Dale.
It is queer we do not hear anything out there. Why don't they fire at the door if they have a machine gun?
I don't know. Silence is puzzling.
We're barricaded, all right. But it isn't going to do us much good.
Doesn't look like it. These gas globes are useless against them.
What are we going to do?
Nothing just now. We can't do anything. The next move is from the rebels. I don't hear them moving around.
Perhaps they have laid siege to the door and are waiting for us to open it.
And they've got a long way.
Can't we get out the back way?
There is no back way but the window. And that looks out on a cliff that drops straight down. I don't know how far.
Look! Look! The door is melting.
Ah, that's why we didn't hear anything. They've got a salvo gun trained on it. Come, lads. Come, Dale. Our gas globes don't stop those rebels. And we're cut off from our own soldiers. The window is our only chance.
But you said it was a straight drop. You didn't know how far.
There's a vine running down the side of the cliff. We can climb down that. Get a cloak, Dale. I'll save you even if I can't save our kingdom.
As Flash and Dale and Zarkov start their perilous flight, below awaits a horrible death on the jagged rocks, and above, the same fate from the burning rays of the magic men. What is going to happen to them? These amazing adventures are graphically portrayed in full-color action pictures in the Comic Weekly, the big full-page picture supplement distributed next Sunday with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Don't miss the Comic Weekly next Sunday, for in addition to Flash Gordon, you will find many other favorite characters of fun and adventure waiting to entertain you. And don't forget our date at this same time next week for the next chapter in the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. Presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. Last week, Flash Gordon and Dr. Zarkov were attacked by Tall and Grum at the head of a band of rebellious magic men. But the rebels' plans were upset when Flash threw one of his paralyzing gas globes, and Grum was killed, but the others escaped. Dale Arden discovered that Azura, the wicked witch queen, had been rescued by the magic men. Then Dale went to warn Flash and Zarkov that Azura had been set free. She arrived at the apartment occupied by Flash and got in just as Tall and his officers returned with a dissolvable ray gun to lay siege to it. Flash, Dale, and Zarkov thought the enemy had withdrawn and were about to open the door and make a dash for their Hawkmen when they were amazed to find the big metal door was melting from the dissolvable gun rays. Rather than face capture by Tall and the blue magic men, Flash and Dale and Zarkov decided to make the dangerous attempt to escape through the window and down a steep cliff. These thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the big full-page Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The full-page Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And now we continue the story. With one strong arm holding Dale close to him, the other gripping the stout vine, Flash slowly and carefully gets a foothold in the twisted tendrils and works his way down to the ground. Above him, Dr. Zarkov, keeping watch for the pursuers, lowers himself with one hand, a ray pistol clutched in the other.
Hang on to me, Dale. That's it. Don't be afraid.
I'm not, Flash, darling. I know I'm safe when I'm with you.
Your confidence gives me assurance, my darling. Zarkov?
Yes, Flash?
Any signs of them yet?
Not yet. They evidently haven't discovered our departure.
Oh, I hope they don't until we've safely reached the ground.
So do I. And more than that, I hope our strength holds out that long. If it doesn't, and we fall...
Don't think about it, sweetheart. We shall die together if that happens.
My darling, it won't happen while I have a breath left in my body. Control of these two arms. Come, Zarkov. Let's hurry.
Meanwhile, back in the palace, Tall urges his men to speed the melting of the apartment door.
Hurry, men, hurry. Get that door melted through. You and you, stand ready with your sleep gas rifles. The moment the door melts through, let them have the gas.
Yes, General Tall.
Right, General Tall.
Well, what's delaying you? Why isn't that door melted through? Isn't that dissolvable ray gun working properly?
Yes, General. The gun is working all right, but that's a specially constructed door. It's very thick.
Thickness shouldn't make any difference to a dissolvable ray. Concentrate the rays on one spot.
Yes, General. At once. There. See that red glow appearing?
Yes.
That's where the rays are being centered.
Good. That's more like it. Now we shall get results. Why haven't they opened the door before this? They must see it melting.
They may have barricaded themselves in another room, General.
You may be right. That is foolish. The dissolvable rays will go through the other doors like nothing at all.
We've cut through the door, General.
Shoot some gas through the hole. Quickly. Now, reach through and unbar the door, and we'll go in.
Nobody in here, General.
Try all the rooms.
Empty. Not here. Not here either.
They've escaped, General Tall.
How?
Through that window.
Through the window?
Look, by means of this vine. The leaves are torn out as far down as we can see.
Now, cut the vine and let them fall.
But that's impossible, General. The vine is so fastened to the cliff that cutting it here wouldn't cause it to fall and take the ex-prisoners with it.
Oh, curses. They've escaped, but not for long. Call out the guards.
Hold guard.
Arouse the troops and set after them.
Troop orders.
We'll let them have their long climb and meet them at the bottom.
Hurry, Flash, hurry.
I am. I'm going as fast as I dare with safety.
What's the matter, Dr. Zarkov?
They've discovered we're gone.
Oh,
I see lights flash at the top of the cliff.
what's going to happen to us?
Nothing, darling, nothing. We're almost at the bottom of the cliff now.
But suppose they cut the vine.
It won't do them any good, Dale.
Why not?
2-3 roots into the side of the cliff to make any difference.
Thank heaven. Are you all right, Flash?
I'm all right, Dale.
I can climb down the rest of the way, I think.
Just hang on to me. We'll make it all right. Zarkov,
Yes, lad.
look down there. What do you suppose that light is? Campfire?
I hardly think they would have guards posted along here. It looks like a hut or herdsman's cottage.
I hope you're right. We're desperately in need of shelter.
How much farther, lad?
I think we could drop to the ground from here.
Then hang on to the vine. There, have you got it?
Yes.
I'll jump first.
Are you all right, Flash?
Yes, jump. I'll catch you, Dale.
Here I come.
I have you, safe in my arms.
Jump, Zarkov, coming. Well, lad, we escaped from the palace.
Yes, but we're not safe yet. As soon as they find us gone, they'll send out searching patrols.
Flash, that is a hut or herdsman's cottage over yonder. I just saw a door open, and there's a man standing in it against the light from inside.
You're right, Dale, yes. Come, Zarkov. We'll ask shelter from yonder peasant. Hello! You in the cottage there.
Hello.
Can you give us room for the night? We've lost our way.
Who are you?
What difference does that make? We're tired and hungry and have lost our way.
Well, I can't help that. My hut is small, and there's only one bed.
You're a strong man like ourselves. Give up your bed to this girl. The three of us can stretch out on the floor.
No, I don't know who you are. You might murder me in my sleep.
Why should we bother to murder you? If we were murderers, we wouldn't pick a humble herdsman for a victim.
Oh, you're wasting time and words. You aren't coming into my cottage. I never let strangers in at night. Be on your way, or I'll send you away with my sword. Well, lad, I guess there is nothing else to do but start walking.
Is that so? We haven't finished with this fellow yet.
Come away, Flash. He may kill you.
He's bluffing. Friends, we simply must have a hideout from the sharp eyes of Azura's scout patrols. You know what will happen if that devil Tal catches us?
Oh, yes. Tom mustn't catch us.
How? Azura? You are fugitives from the palace?
Yes. Will you give us shelter now?
I will not. I don't want to be mixed up with you. I've never had trouble with the people of the palace, and I'm not going to start now.
Oh, yes, you are. Defend yourself.
Flash, be careful.
You will.
Come on. Good work, lad. You got him.
Quickly, Zarkov. Help me drag him into the hut. Inside with you, Dale. Hurry. Come on.
Oh, Flash, you could have ruled the Blue Magic Land if it hadn't been for me. I got you into all this mess.
Dale, darling, I'd rather have you than 6 kingdoms.
Listen. We got here just in time. There goes a patrol of magic men searching for us.
I knew there wasn't any time to be lost. Well, we're safe here for a while.
But when they start searching the cottages and hovels around here, we won't be.
That's true, Dale. We are in danger of discovery at any time.
Escape from this wild land is impossible, and we can't hope to conquer Azora without help. What will we do?
Oh, if I could only finish my newest invention.
What is it, Zarkov?
A machine for bending and destroying light so that... but what's the use of thinking about it? We have no materials here and no way to get them.
There is a way to get them.
How?
Are you dreaming, lad?
No. Give me a list of what you need. I'll raid one of Azora's signal stations.
Flash, with a list of the required machinery and scientific apparatus, mounts the peasant's horse and sets out on his perilous mission. At the signal station, he gets the supplies. At dawn, after a night which has been sleepless for Zarkov and Dale Arden, Flash returns, and the two men start to construct the light machine. In the meantime, back in the palace of Azura...
Well, have you found them?
No, General. They've disappeared, leaving no trace.
They raid one of Azura's signal stations, take most of it away, and disappear, leaving no trace. Bah!
But the patrols are still searching, General.
Searching where? In their beds? In their stables?
No, all the roadways, General.
Roadways. You suppose the ex-prisoners are greater fools than they are? You think they will be sitting by the side of some roadway waiting for our patrols to pick them up? Search every house in the kingdom. They must be hiding somewhere.
Yes, General.
Hark, listen. Who is that?
The other ex-prisoner. The one who was guarding Queen Azura.
Get back of the door.
Yes, General. At once.
Tal. You are my prisoner. Take me to where you have hidden Azura.
Guard, arrest this man.
Put your hands up. Drop that sword.
So, trapped. But not for long. You forget Flash Gordon is king here. You'll suffer when he hears of this.
Perhaps. But no one knows how long it will be before he hears of it.
And why not? What do you mean? Well, what are you smiling at?
Oh, didn't you know? Your friends have left the palace quite hurriedly by a window.
Left the palace? Impossible. Why should they?
Rather than face the flames of a DeSalvo gun, which was melting the door of their apartment, they chose flight. How unfortunate they didn't wait for you.
They went away without me?
Yes.
Well, what are you going to do with me?
They set you to guard Queen Azura, didn't they?
Yes.
You were searching for her when you walked in here. Am I right?
Yes.
Since you have been so closely allied with the person of our queen, I shall see to it that you still are.
You will?
But this time, you will be her slave instead of her guard.
What?
Unfortunately, she hasn't yet recovered from the effects of the lithium drug. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand, Tal.
Well, is that all you have to say?
No. Thank you for the opportunity to serve Queen Azura.
After 2 days and nights of feverish work, Flash and Zarkov assembled the light machine.
Put this electrode over there, lad. I'll set up this one.
What a maze of dynamos and wires and tubes. What is it supposed to do, Dr. Zarkov?
You will see. As soon as we get it assembled, you will see what it will do.
Do you think it will work here?
It should work, unless we have made some mistake in putting it together. Flash, help me adjust this dynamo.
You certainly are a master of suspense, Zarkov. Here we've been working on this thing for 2 days and nights, and Dale and I don't know any more about it than we did when you first mentioned building it.
Well, is it not the best way? If you do not know what it's supposed to do, then you won't be so disappointed if it does not work. The dynamo is all right.
When are you going to try the whole machine, Dr. Zarkov?
Just as soon as we get it hooked up, Dale. Flash, help me set up this platform.
I'm dying of curiosity. What is this thing for, anyway?
Be patient, my child, be patient. This is the machine which will help us conquer Azura.
Is it some sort of long-distance ray machine?
I don't think it can be, Flash. Don't you remember what Dr. Zarkov said about it being able to bend and destroy light?
That is right, Dale. You have a good memory. That's what I said.
Oh, yes, now I remember. But that's all you said, Dr. Zarkov. The machine is finished now. Can't you tell us about it?
I shall do better than that. I shall show you what it does. Flash, please stand on that platform.
Here?
That's right. Now, Dale, watch Flash. Keep your eyes on him. If you can.
Why, he's disappearing.
Yes.
Only his shadow remains. Flash, are you all right?
Of course. I'm perfectly all right, Dale.
You see, Flash is invisible. No one can fight what they cannot see. So Flash will become the avenging shadow.
Will Flash Gordon, made invisible by Dr. Zarkov's latest invention, conquer the Blue Magic Land as the avenging shadow? Be sure to see these amazing adventures, which are so graphically portrayed in full-color action pictures in the Comic Weekly. Don't miss the Comic Weekly next Sunday. The big full-page picture supplement distributed each Sunday with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. In addition to Flash Gordon, you will find many other favorite characters of fun and adventure waiting to entertain you. And don't forget our date at this same time next week for the next chapter in the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon.